Have you ever found yourself wondering at the end of the month where all your hard-earned money as a freelancer has gone? If so, you are not alone and part of it. हाँ मेरे साथ भी होता है. I've been working as a freelancer for past 4 years, but even today there are times at the end of the month when I look at my bank balance. I said क्या इतना पैसे कमा लिया बस इतना ही अंदर में बैलेंस इतना ही है. Where have I spent all my money? I had this many income. This was my best of the month. But फिर भी at the end of the month, this is it. All I have. Managing finances can be tricky when you have multiple sources of income and at the same time you have a lot of expenses as well. So you are unable to find out where all your money has been spent and how can you keep track of it. So today's video I will share exactly that. Remember that I'm not a finance geek or I know anything much about finances, but this is a real trouble or problem that I have faced personally in my life. So I have been trying to sort it out in the recent times. So मैंने सोचा कि इसके बारे में वीडियो बनाया जाए और मैं कैसे प्लान करूँगा अपने इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए. So this video will be completely about it. I will talk about how to manage your finance as a freelancer, how to optimize your expenses, how to track every single penny that you earn, and then fourth, how to make the best use of the money and to grow your business. So इसके बारे में बात करेंगे आज. Let's go. Marketing life is challenging. Or am I lying about it? Let's see. Step 1 is track your money. Managing your finances starts with a solid foundation, which is by tracking your income and expenses. It's most crucial, but many freelancers overlook it, including me. I have overlooked it for the past 4 years and now I'm in a mess. So basically, I don't have the habit of tracking every expenses and income that I had. क्योंकि जब पहले शुरू होता था तो बहुत कम पैसे आते थे और कम पैसे खर्चे होते थे. So it was a little. So the expenses were really little. So now as the expenses has grown, I am investing in tools, I am investing on different equipments, subscription. So I'm clueless कि यार पैसे जा रहे हैं कहाँ जा रहे हैं. ऑटो पे हो रहा है अपने क्रेडिट कार्ड से, अपने गूगल पे से, they being auto debited. So I have no clue. I'm not able to keep track of all of it. So this video is completely I'm going to talk about. So you need to keep track of all the auto pay subscriptions that you have subscribed to. So when we're talking about tracking, you need to track every single thing, every transaction that's happening from your bank account. This includes receiving money from your clients, be it spending money on coffee shops or be it any equipments that you're purchasing. It should be on your data or database, which might be in QuickBooks. Some of the tools that we can use is QuickBooks, EasyBooks. Recently abhi market mein I've seen Odoo. I've seen many influencers promoting it. I did a trial as well. I really felt ki this is something useful. Or you can use Notion, or you can even use Google Sheet. I am using Google Sheet for now because I don't think I have much diversified, but it can be manageable through Google Sheet. It's completely free of cost. कुछ नहीं करना है, एक basic columns बनाना है which will include the month, all the expense side of thing and income side of things. कितने कमाए, कहाँ से आए, that's it, and how much. Similarly, expenses, which what was your expense, where how much. That's it. In the end, you will have the total income that you earn and total expenses that you have. All you have to do is total income minus total expense is your profit. Now, the problem that I am personally facing is that I have two income sources, primary income sources. One is the wedding photography company and another one is the freelance as a digital marketer. So both of them have their own set of incomes. Like in freelancing or as a digital marketer, I have multiple clients. Similarly, as a wedding photography, I have multiple projects and I have a co-founder as well. So the profit from the wedding projects gets split between two, right? And similarly, some of the subscriptions that I use on both the sides. So how do I split that expenses as well? So these are few things that I need to think about. So if you're a freelancer, you might be having income sources, diversified income sources, right? From passive income to money from Upwork, Fiverr, and other freelancing gigs, right? Other projects from out there. So you need to keep track of all of that. As I said, it's simple. Calculate how much you earned in total, how much was your expenses, minus that, subtract that, that's the profit that you have. Voila, that's it. Now the second point is strategic financial management. Moving on to the strategic part of this financial management, there's one important thing, that is the taxes. Once you grow as a freelancer, you have to pay taxes. In India, if you earn more than 20 lakh rupees, that's when you, as a freelancer, if you start earning more than 20 lakh rupees as a business entity, then you need to have GST and all those stuff, depending on the source of income as well. All right. So I'm not the best person for that. I made it very simple. I just right now track every income that I have. Is it from domestic clients or is it from foreign clients? Is it from freelancing or is it from the business? All of them have different ways of doing it, or taxes involved in it. So I summarize everything, including you have the stock markets as well, investments as well. So all of these have a very complicated taxation. So at least for me, so I have made very simple. I just have to keep track of everything and give it to my CA, so that within the next 3 months, that is in March, we have to know, right, what are the income sources we have to pay our taxes. Most importantly, as a freelancer, you will be having a lot of deductions. I mean, you to claim your deductions. So if you claim that your expenses, including the coffee shop bills, the MacBook that you use or the laptop that you use, the camera equipment that you use, if these are expenses for your business, then you can claim these deductions as well. So that's how you save money. So it's very important for you to first to track all these bills and at the same time save all these bills, so that you can show it to your statutory accountant whenever that is needed, right? This makes their life easier, as well as you will pay less tax. So you have to claim it as a citizen. You have to claim your taxes, your deductions. So it's very much important to उसको करना कभी मत, आप भूलोगे नहीं मुझे. But the problem is when you are exceeding, right, with the 20 lakh, it will move to 40 lakh, it will move to 50 lakh or 1 CR. ऐसा होता है. There are freelancers who earn 1 CR. So how to, when you go to that level, you need to have a structure. You need to have a structure which will have all this recorded. It should become very much easier for anyone to calculate all these things. So you have to do that. Within this, there's another issue that I recently faced, is that I've started to use credit card for the last 1 year, this year itself in 2024, because I did not have any credit score, because I did not have any loans, I did not have any credit cards, so I don't have a credit score. My credit history was blank space, so there was nothing to there. So I got my credit, and I also wanted to access airport lounge to experience that, so I got those. But I realized that the expenses through my credit card has become so much huge, and also I remember that I'm not spending here and there. Whatever I purchase, it's very important. And also many times I do buy tickets and all those stuff, flight tickets for my parents or my relatives, and they pay me back. Those kind of transactions also do happen. So how do I keep track of that? When we keep track of that, it becomes very important for us to, आ गया इतना बड़ा credit card bill, तो कहाँ पे हुआ खर्चा, इतना पैसा तो कभी खर्चा नहीं. You shouldn't get into that thought कि यार, if someone has used your credit card, he has also paid you back. So this kind of credit card details or transaction has to be recorded somewhere. In the Excel sheet that I mentioned, also mention where that source was. Was it through Google Pay? Was it through credit card? Was it through debit card? Just keep track of that, so that it becomes way more easier for you to understand where your expenses were. Another aspect of strategizing your finance management is by optimizing your cost. This has happened with me recently, that I have opted for 14-day trial of many tools, because while I want to automate my business, I want to use AI. I have started to use many AI tools, and because of which, I remember Midjourney, which I purchased maybe in month of June, July, and it continued. Even though I was not using it for the next 3 months, it kept billing on me. So almost this year, if I have to calculate, there was almost 25,000 rupees which I have accidentally spent on tools because the auto pay and auto debit, and I never realized that this was on until last few months. I realized that, oh my god, I've not been using this tool and they have been charging me 6,000, 7,000 per month. So this has happened with me. So I want you to please track of this, because you don't want to overpay of anything. This is my personal experience. It was very, very hard on me. So I don't want you to do the same. So please guys, whenever you subscribe to any tool, just make sure that you also remove that your card details from that settings in that moment itself. You just need to pay it for 1 month. Give it a shot if that's benefiting you. If not, just remove that. So that's something which I wanted to share with. Let me also explain what are the complications that I have in my business, so that it gives you a better picture of. Similarly, if you have not reached to this situation or this place, how you will be able to reach it. And if once you reach it, you should already have these habits of tracking the money, so that you will avoid the mistakes which I did. Right? This video is completely about that. Okay, let me start by starting with my first business, that is Halibut Photography. Photography. So in this, I have expenses like I'm a co-founder, right? I'm a co-founder, and similarly I have another co-founder. Okay, so expenses. Okay, here are my expenses. Editors. Okay, editors. Then we have designers who design album. Then I have photographers. Then we have videographers. Then we have assistants. Okay, now the money that our client pays, the money, and we have one income, right? Client. This gives us income. This is income, and these are the expenses. These are the expenses that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. And whatever the expenses that we have, we income and our income, our as I said, what is profit? Profit is nothing but income minus expenses. If we have 100 rupees, then it's divided by 2 co-founders, right? It's 50-50. If the profit is 100, then it's 50-50, right? So this is the way of how I manage Hollywood photography. But there are other tools also that we use. So this is one thing, and it's huge. When the number comes in, there are number of expenses that's in there, number of incomes that comes in. So now the next part is when we have digital marketing agency, right? As a freelancer, it becomes very easy. I mean, it's not complicated. I have tools and the skills is what I use, right? That's it. I mean, I just have tools is what my expense side of it. And there are other things like buying equipments for YouTube. Like this does not give me any income for equipments like this. This does not give me any sort of income, but still I have to make use of it, which will give me results after maybe 2-3 years, right? Maybe I will earn something out of this after 3 years or 2 years. Then how would I calculate the ROI for my investment over here? For example, buying this camera cost me 60,000 rupees. When will I recover 60,000 rupees from my YouTube content? That's the point. It might take 2 years, might take 3 years, but was that my idea of buying this camera worth it when I made this decision is the question. It will be easy for you to calculate once you have it, right? So this is how our income is split. In my case, this is how it is. It's simple, but it's just that you have to get into the habit of tracking it. And third point over here is stupid spending. All of which I mentioned right here above was getting subscribed to the softwares which you don't use. For example, even Adobe Premiere Pro, which I use to edit these videos in MacBook, I have to subscribe to it. It cost me $750 rupees. And if that's an yearly package, if that's a monthly, it's something close to 2,300 or 400 rupees. So somehow I should have subscribed to the annual one just to give it a shot. In the first month, I subscribed to it for 1 month so that I understand the functionality and all of that. But I forgot to change it to the annual package. So what happened is that I, instead of paying for 1 month, I paid it for 3-4 months. That is close to I spent 10,000 rupees. जो मुझे साल का खर्च करना था Adobe Premiere Pro के subscription में, मैंने उसको 3 या 4 महीने में खर्च. That was a huge thing, right? Similarly, many other tools as well. Also, go to Google Pay. Check what are the auto debits that you have over there. For example, mine is there are Apple में I use some paid tools for my work management, productivity management. Similarly, I have subscribed to Kindle. I have subscribed to Audible, जिसमें मैं किताब सुनता हूँ, किताब पढ़ता हूँ. I get 1 credit every single month, 199 or 299. All right, 199 it be. So these are some of the auto pay that's active in my case. So similarly, if you have any auto pay from any credit card, debit card, Google Pay, keep track of it, all of it. And let's not forget about the credit card, which I mentioned previously. Credit card is a huge thing. It's amazing. It's great if you use it properly. And that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, then please subscribe to this channel and give a thumbs up for this video. I'm gonna make a lot more many videos on freelancing, business, and how I manage my money and all the stuff. Remember, I'm just growing, and be part of my journey. I'm sure that I will help you to be a better person of yourself as I'm growing as well. I'm investing a lot on myself, not only just on the business side of it, investing on my skills, but investing my time, money, and all the stuff. So please be part of the journey and be part of my growth. And I'm very sure that I will help you grow as well. So please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.